Well, hello, folks. Obviously, this wasn't the plan. Wasn't the plan to do a live stream at 6 o'clock Eastern time on a Wednesday. My plan was to do my second video today, make fun of Doug Ford a little bit, and go on to hang out with my family. While I was hanging out with my family, we get news that Charlie Kirk is shot. Later confirmed that he has now passed away. At least that's what the reports are saying. And everyone and their mama is obviously talking about this right now. On the left and the right, people are putting up TikToks, videos on X, what have you. I've decided to do a live stream, mainly to give you guys the option and the space to chat in the chat, talk with each other. I'm probably not going to be talking too much alluding too much to comments or super chats today. Just going to get my thoughts out, nice little 10 minutes here and we move on. But this is the stuff we've been warning about for a very, very long time. When you continue to press and impress on the population that one side who views things a specific way are evil, are Nazis, are fascists, this is what you get. Someone who's simply just trying to have a conversation going campus to campus to campus doing that is now dead. And that's two people inside 1 year, two very consequential people on the conservative side of the aisle who've now either been shot at or killed. Can't say that's happened to anyone on the left side. Yes, is the heat on both sides of the aisle? Yes. But it only seems like one side is willing to kill in the name of their ideology at this point. We have the likes of Rachel Gilmore, who's got on X claiming, oh man, now the right's going to have a reason to come after the left. I hope that doesn't happen. I don't want it to happen. But we've been asking and pleading for years at this point to chill out with the rhetoric, relax, and let's actually come to the table in good faith and have a decent conversation about these things. That especially was the case after what happened in Butler, Pennsylvania last year with Donald Trump. But here we are, yet again. My heart goes out to Charlie and his family. It's one of those situations that I sit here and more so confused and don't really want to believe it. I'm kind of in a place of denial, if I'm being quite frank with you. That there's no way that this happened. Like, he's going to pull through, right? He's going to show up in a week from now on his show on YouTube and do his thing. Unfortunately, that may not be the case here. And it's been a pleasure to see all the conservative MPs in Canada speak on this. That is huge, especially in Canada, where Canadian politicians tend to try and do their best to shy away, especially on the conservative side, because the left is so crazy in their attacks, to shy away from things that happen in the States and to keep an arm's length. But it was nice to see them jump in and give their support to Charlie and his family, and to denounce the likes of Rachel Gilmore and other left-wing creators who are essentially egging this on to see more of it. America, at this point, I've already seen, we're only a handful of hours away from this thing happening. And I've seen TikTok after TikTok after TikTok after TikTok, people celebrating this. That's where we're at. I so badly want peace in our nation. I want peace in the nation below us as well. I will always advocate for peace every single time. I'm a disciple of Jesus first. I'll be honest, straight up on that. And I will always have politics second. And I will never, ever advocate for violence in the name of ideology, ever in my life. However, when we see stuff like this, it's hard to just accept it. It's hard to swallow, if I'm being honest. But I wonder where this takes us moving forward. We said the same thing when the attempt on Trump happened. What if it had succeeded? What would have happened? Charlie Kirk is a very consequential figure in the States, and as well as in Canada. To those people who just want to have autonomy of their lives or advocating for the autonomy of their country, we're all big fans of Charlie Kirk. And now here we are. This man has passed away. leaving 2 kids and a wife behind. That's a lot to swallow, isn't it? That's a lot to swallow. And it's a lot to process. And this is the thing, is for the most part, normal people are seen as far right or right wing these days. And they're humans. They have humanity. And if this happened to the likes of Gavin Newsom, my heart would be broken too, dude. Like, I don't want to see this stuff, man. People dying in the name of politics. This is where the likes of Justin Trudeau have taken us. The likes of Mark Carney have taken us. They keep pushing and pushing and pushing, along with the news, mainstream media, and so on. They keep pushing. And all of a sudden, their side does something crazy. And they clutch their pearls. Or we saw on MSNBC today that when you spread quote-unquote hate, bad things happen. And some news organizations have gone as far as to justify the killing. I will not stand by and be okay with that. I think that's wrong completely, and no, there's no place for it. And this is why you wonder why the CBCs of the world, the CTVs, the CNNs, the MSNBCs are losing market share by the day. Because they're absolutely insane and they continue to gaslight the people in the process. And I'm not here to spread hate. I'm not here to push anything any specific way. All I'm saying is stop hating on me, hating on shows like this, because you refuse to take a principled stance and be men and women of integrity. You choose your pay stub, you choose your salary, you choose your benefits, you choose your social standing, all over preaching and talking about with what is right. Am I biased? Heck yeah, I'm biased. But at least I'm honest about it. And you get what you get when you see me come up on your screen. Can't really say the same for the CBCs of the world, who continue to pervade and act and masquerade as if they are the arbiters of truth and they're right down the center. Not interested. Don't care. And the more of this stuff happens, is it scary? Yeah, scary for people like me. Scary for people like Jasmine. Because that means the political rhetoric is increasing and those on the other side are getting more violent by the day. But guess what? Canada typically is year 2, 3 behind the States. I ain't going nowhere. I will continue to talk, continue to preach, continue to speak on these things because I just simply want people to have a better life, enjoy themselves, and do its best by what their family desires. Do its best by their family. I will not be intimidated by any extremist group. I will not be intimidated by any political ideology. I will be right here, sitting in this chair, continuing to talk and talk and talk. So, I'll leave it there for tonight. You guys are awesome. We're praying for Charlie Kirk and his family at this time for comfort through such a ridiculously cruel time. I can only imagine what his family's going through right now. You know the impact you've had on the world? By seeing the reaction that people have when you pass away. Admittedly, I've watched Charlie Kirk stuff from time to time. I think he did pretty good work, did a good job. I never, when the news of this hit me, it hit a different chord for me. I can't explain it why. Can't explain why at all. But I was like, man, this guy had a bigger impact than I even realized he did. So, you guys are awesome. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to keep the chat open for a bit so you guys can keep chatting. But as for me, I'm out.